Hello everyone, welcome to Agram IAS Academy. Hope you all are fine. So we are starting a volume 2 current affairs revision. So stay tuned with us. Like and share our videos with your friends. Stay home, stay safe. So our first content is culture. In culture, there is one is Ek Bharat Vijay Bharat program. In order to commemorate 50th year of Vivekananda Rock Memorial, a major contact program, Ek Bharat Vijay Bharat, has been planned across the country in September 2019. The program will focus on making people aware of the inspiring story of Vivekananda Rock Memorial and activities of Vivekananda Kendra. Vivekananda Rock Memorial has been an iconic landmark at the tri-junction of Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea in Kanyakumari. Next one is Swachh Iconic Places. Okay. Mata Vaishno Devi Shrine atop the Trikuta Hills in Reasi district of Jammu and Kashmir has been named country's best Swachh Iconic Place. The Swachh Iconic Place is an initiative under the Swachh Bharat Mission. It is a special cleanup initiative focused on selecting iconic heritage, spiritual and cultural places in the country. The initiative is being coordinated by the Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation in association with the Ministry of Urban Development, Ministry of Culture, Ministry of Tourism and the concerned state governments. Okay. These are the iconic places. I request you all just go with this thoroughly. Make them iconic. Once again, My Clean India. Hashtag My Clean India. Okay. These are the places. Next one is Rashtriya Sanskriti Mahotsav 2019. Ministry of Culture, Government of India organized the Rashtriya Sanskriti Mahotsav under the Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat initiative in Madhya Pradesh from 14th to 21st October 2019. Rashtriya Sanskriti Mahotsav is organized with an intent to showcase the rich cultural heritage of the country in all its rich and varied dimensions via handicraft, cuisine, painting, sculpture and performing arts all in one place. It is the flagship and premier festival of Ministry of Culture. The Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat program was launched by the Prime Minister on 31st October 2016. You can join our Telegram channel, that is Agram IAS. Also, you can join our Instagram channel, that is AGARAM IAS Academy, ACADEMY. Follow us there for like latest news, current affairs and other things. And our number is 888-345-6893. Okay. It aims to promote engagement amongst the people of different state UTs so as to enhance mutual understanding and bonding between people of diverse cultures, thereby securing stronger unity and integrity of India. Next one is 2nd century BCE Buddhist site at Totala Konda in Vishakhapatnam. Okay, there is a site over here, Buddhist site. Totlakonda site. This is the Totlakonda site. Okay. So, Totlakonda Buddhist site in Vishakhapatnam, said to be the sacred place of Buddhists during 300 BC to 300 AD, will be renovated as a meditation place for tourists. The 2000-old Mahastupa at Totlakonda collapsed on one side due to heavy rains on October 23. As you see the picture over here, it's all because of rains. Okay. So, next one is Gamosa. The multi-purpose Assamese Gamosa, a ubiquitous White cotton towel has been assigned a new function: conservation of rare freshwater turtles. Activists are banking on the gamosa, woven with images of endangered turtles, to spread the message. Few cultural symbols are as utilitarian as the white handmade cotton gamosa with its characteristic red border of woven votives. It is valued as a gift for visitors, used as a scarf, anti-dust mask, wrapped around the head as a turban. This is the gamosa. Okay. Next one is UNESCO World Heritage Site. World Heritage Site is a place that is listed by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO as of special cultural or physical significance. Each World Heritage Site remains part of the legal territory of the state wherein the site is located, and UNESCO considers it in the interest of the international community to preserve each site. There are 38 World Heritage Sites located in India. These include 30 cultural sites, 7 natural sites, and 1 mixed site. It has the 6th largest number of World Heritage Sites in the world. Okay, next one is Lai Harauba. Okay. In Tripura, Lai Harauba is a ritualistic festival observed by Manipuri Meitei communities since ancient times. Next one is Tulu language. There has been growing demand to include Tulu in the 18th schedule of the Constitution. At present, Tulu is not an official language in India or any other country. Article 29 of the Constitution provides that a section of citizens having distinct language, script or culture have the right to conserve the same. Tulu is a Dravidian language whose speakers are concentrated in the region of Tulu Nadu, which comprises the districts of Dakshina Kannada and Udupi in Karnataka and the northern part of Kasaragod district of Kerala. Kasaragod district is called Saptabhasha Samagama Bhumi, the confluence of 7 languages, and Tulu is among the 7. The oldest available inscriptions in Tulu are from the period between 14th to 15th century AD. The Tulu speaking people are larger in number than speakers of Manipuri and Sanskrit, which have the 8th schedule. Status. Okay. Next one is Adi Chanalaru. Okay. Recently, Finance Minister announced an on-site museum of Adi Chanalur to highlight the archaeological findings belonging to a civilized society that lived close to the Tamira-Barani waterway between 905 BCE and 696 BCE. Adi Chanalur is an archaeological site in Thoothukudi district in Tamil Nadu that has been the site of a number of very important archaeological finds. Korkai, the capital of the early Pandyan kingdom, is located about 15 km from Adi Chanalur. Next one is Mughal Prince Dara Shikoh. Okay. The Ministry of Culture recently set up a 7-member panel of the Archaeological Survey of India (ASI) to locate the grave of the Mughal Prince Dara Shikoh 1615 to 59. Okay, the eldest son of Shah Jahan, Dara Shikoh was killed after losing the war of succession against his brother Aurangzeb. Dara Shikoh is described as a liberal Muslim who tried to find commonalities between Hindu and Islamic traditions. He translated into Persian the Bhagavad Gita as well as 52 Upanishads also. Next one is Dada Bhai Naroji. September 4, 2019 was the 194th birth anniversary of Dada Bhai Naroji. He served as the first Indian member of the British Parliament. This is important. There's some information about him. Just go with this thoroughly. Here also some facts about him, information. Just go with it thoroughly. Okay, next one is Saptamatrika cult. There's a picture over here. The Archaeological Survey of India (ASI) has discovered the earliest Sanskrit inscription in South India, which is also an earliest epigraphic evidence. Epigraphy is the study of ancient inscriptions for the Saptamatrika cult. Location is Chebrohulu, Guntur district in Andhra Pradesh. Saptamatrikas are a group of 7 female deities worshipped in Hinduism as personifying the energy of their respective consorts. Earlier references to Saptamatrika worship have been found in the early Kadamba copper plates and the early Cholukyas and Eastern Cholukya copper plates dated around 600 AD. All the available records prove that the found inscription, also known as Chebrolu inscription, is in Sanskrit and in Brahmi characters. The discovery becomes the earliest epigraphic evidence so far for the Saptamatrika cult, issued by the Satvahana king Vijaya in 2007 AD. For today, thank you for joining us. Hope you like our video. Share our videos with your friends. Stay home, stay safe. Also, you can join our Instagram channel and Telegram too. Instagram is AGARAMAIS Academy and Telegram is @AgramIAS. So take care. Thank you.